Hello everybody, Vincent St. Louis here with VincentStLouis.com. Want to give you a little marketing tip on building your network marketing business or your online marketing business. Maybe your business looks like this. I know mine did a long time ago. You've got your sources for generating revenue or prospects for your business. So maybe you're in network marketing, you've got your cold calling is one leaf on your tree. And then maybe you have one that is like going out there and prospecting people as a prospecting CD. Maybe you have another one where you're doing some advertising, some marketing, some maybe you do chamber events and mixers, and maybe you're out there building your business doing drop cards or postcards or whatever. And does your business look like this? Is this your business tree? Or maybe you are in internet marketing, and your business is you've got doing social media, you're doing Facebook, and then you're over there doing maybe some paid advertising, some pay-per-clicks or something like that. Then you got another leaf on your tree, another branch of your tree that maybe you're doing some blogging, or now you got another branch of your tree that you're doing something else. And basically what your businesses are looking like is something like that. But what you really need is you need a tree that looks like this. You need a tree that has multiple branches of it to bring you prospects, revenue, sales, marketing, whatever. And so what most people do, and what I did for a long time, is my business was lopsided. It was one side. I was using only the techniques that I was taught, that I knew in the past that worked. Because why? Because I was scared of the internet marketing part. I was terrified of the internet. I didn't understand it. I didn't know how to work it. I did not know what to do with it. So instead of learning, I avoided that. And so my business looked like this. It was one-sided. I had one asset that I did my business. I was out there prospecting a lot of different ways. I built my business a lot of different ways using those, but this is what it looked like. Now you may say, well, Vincent, that's not true, because my business looks like this, because I do, face-to-face marketing. I do some, maybe some ads somewhere. Here, I got to move that over because you got a little light in the shining there. So, now my business will look like that. So maybe you're saying, well, no, I've got some face-to-face, some prospecting CDs that get out there, right? And then now you've got, maybe you're doing some drop cards, maybe you're doing some chamber events, maybe you're doing some mixers, maybe you do some other little things. But basically, what is that? That's a little tree as opposed to a big tree. And that's what I did. I thought my business was well-rounded. You could do the same thing if you were internet marketing. Your business is a little tree. But what you really want to do is have a very large tree with a lot of different assets. Yes, I go to Starbucks and I meet people belly to belly, I meet people there. And yes, I do some blogging. I do some marketing online. I do a little bit of blogging. Yes, I do some pay-per-clicks, some Facebook ads and stuff like that. Yes, I do some drop cards. I got some drop cards. I'll be at Starbucks later on today, and I'll probably meet somebody. Yes, I do some social media, oops, that's the wrong side of the tree. Yes, I do some Facebooking and social media and some Twitter. And yes, of course, Vincent, I go to mixers and I go to chamber events and I go to things where there's a lot of people there. Oh, yes, and yes, I do. I go out there and I go to home shows and home and garden shows and stuff like that. Oh, and yeah, I do. I do some internet marketing. I do some ads places. I do some Craigslist, which could actually go on both places. So my tree, my business building tree, has got many branches, but it's a big tree that's growing daily instead of one little tree, because I'm one-sided, because I'm scared of one side or the other. If you're internet marketing, maybe this is your face-to-face. Maybe that's your face-to-face. You're scared of face-to-face, so you avoid it. Okay, and so what I want to encourage you to understand is you got to build a well-rounded business, because you've got different people with different skill sets, different people with different talents and abilities that you need to fit into this marketing thing. If I was really good at cold calling and that's all I taught people, so you'd be like Mark Yarnell. He did most of his business by cold calling and by paid ads. in newspapers and magazines. Well, who reads newspapers now? Not even very many people read magazines as much as they used to. Where is everything? Everything's going on the internet. So my problem was, and a lot of people's problems is I was like an ostrich with my head in the sand. See, I was out here as this big ostrich with my head in the sand, but why? Because I was scared of what was going on around me. There was a lot of stuff around me. And what happened with me? This is what changed me, my outlook on the internet was my company launched. I knew they were launching into India. Now, I knew a little bit about the internet. I understood it a little bit. I had a couple of websites out there. My wife was pretty good at it, but I was scared of it. I couldn't spell well. I had horrible grammar. I didn't understand this stuff. I was very technically challenged. But I knew that our company was launching into India. And so I wanted to be a part of that, but I couldn't go to India. I had family and stuff here, so I had to, if I wanted to be a part of that launch, I had two thoughts. I had two options here. One was there's a very large Indian population here in the United States. So I started targeting that market. What did I do? The same thing I told you. I started targeting the Indian market. How? One-sided. I started going out there to the places where the Indian people showed up. I started going out there prospecting India. I started going to Indian stores. I started going to gas stations that were owned by Indians and liquor stores and all that stuff. I went out there hunting for people in India, but I was one-sided. I wasn't able to compete with the people going over to India, with the other people that were what? They were marketing to India. So in order for me to become a part of that growth, that launching, I had to learn the internet, or I had to just decide that I wasn't going to be a part of it. So I started learning the internet. I started understanding. I started building a website. I started doing SEO, search engines. I started blogging about it. I started figuring out, how do I become? Yes, I still did this. Oh yeah, absolutely. I had flyers. I did Indian festivals. I did stuff because there's a huge opportunity here. But my business is not one-sided. Your business is not one-sided. To say that the internet is not a place to build the business is ridiculous. The internet is huge, but to say that the internet is the only way to build the business is ridiculous also, because there's still people. You know what? I go to Starbucks. Let me give you a perfect example. I'll come back to India in a minute. What happened to me? My wife and I go to Starbucks every once in a while. I meet people there. I do some work there. It's a great place to get away from the house, get away from the stuff, and chill out. And every once in a while I get a chai tea latte. It's really delicious. I really enjoy it. And so my wife and I were at the grocery store the other day, and we're going down the coffee tea aisle, and we see this chai tea latte. And she said, "Oh, here, there's that chai tea latte you like. We should get that." And I said, "Look, I don't want to buy it here. I don't buy it I'm not going to drink it at home. I want the scenery. I like the people. I want to go out there to Starbucks and get it. And just tell people, hey, look, you cannot build your business in Starbucks. You need to build it at Walmart or the grocery store, running over people with your shopping cart, because that's the way my upline did it, and that's the way I'm going to teach you to do it." That's ridiculous. You know why? Because I want my chai tea latte there, because I want to be part of the environment. And the same thing, okay, with the internet. You have to become a part of it, because it's not going away. And so what I did was I started building my business online in India. And basically in less than 6 months, I sponsored over 100 people into my business personally. Now there's hundreds of people in my business, but I personally sponsored over 100 people, all on the internet, because I was doing this at first. And then I decided that I wanted to be a part of this also. And now what happened? I sponsor more people locally. And you know what happened? I sponsor more people long distance in India. And together that developed a huge tree that gave me the potential to reach more people faster than I ever could using one side or the other. So I want to encourage you guys to go out there and make sure that you're not one-sided. If you're scared, you're terrified of the internet, you just don't understand it, that's okay. Just understand something. If you're getting into, remember back in the day when you had the infomercials, the ShamWow and stuff, people made a ton of money at that. But you know what? It's run its course. I never watch TV. You know what I watch? Netflix. And if I do watch any TV, it's a sporting event or something like that. Why do you think that Budweiser and all these places, they advertise so much? It's all over the internet. The social media, everything is moving away from the TV and it's moving to the internet, to the laptop. You go to a Best Buy and they sell more laptops there than they do PCs. Why? Because people want to go. They want to take their internet with them. And people advertise. I was talking about, the places advertise on TV. Why? Because it pays off. If they spend $1 million on advertising, they're going to make $1.5 million or $2 million or $1.25 million or whatever. It's marketing, you guys. And for you as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, to look at your business one side and say, this is the only way I'm going to market, you're missing a world out there. A world out there that you can reach, because there's no boundaries. There's no borders on the globe anymore. The borders the opportunities are endless, and there's people making a ton of money out there on the internet. But don't forget that there's people making a ton of money right here in your own backyard. Don't step over dollars to pick up dimes. You heard the thing about 3 feet from gold. Don't stop doing what you're doing 3 feet from gold. Add something into it and mix and mingle and create a synergy within your business, so you've got a tree that grows and blossoms that you can reach, span far beyond where you ever thought of, by having a business that's well-rounded, all aspects of your business. So this is Vincent St. Louis. And I just want to tell you that if you're scared of the internet or you don't understand, there are opportunities out there that you can take part of. There's opportunities out there. There's ways that you can become a part of the internet marketing and expand your business in a way that you've never thought possible. And so if you're looking for somebody, or you're looking for an opportunity, or looking for a way that you can build your business online, then send me an email or click on one of the buttons around here, wherever you saw this, if you saw it on YouTube or Facebook, and let me help you. Let me show you an opportunity that I found. Because when I went to India, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of studying. I spent hours and nights and days trying to understand what the hell was I doing. But you know what I found? I found other ways and other systems and tools that I could use to better my business and my learning curve that I can take. Yes, I'm making money on outside of my main network marketing business, which is a beautiful thing. 2 incomes is better than one. Hey, Dexter Yeager made millions doing Amway, but I guarantee you he had other businesses outside of what he was doing in Amway. And so do I. I've got other business ventures that I do. And the more I have, the more I can do. But you need to get out there outside of your scope. Get your head out of the sand and look around, because there's a whole world out there. There's a whole world out there waiting for you to become a part of it, because that's where the money's going. The money is going on the internet, you guys. The money is going on social media, on Facebook, on the internet. This is where it's going. And if you don't become a part of it, you're going to look back and say, wow, what happened? Because I look back at 20 years ago and 15 years ago and 10 years ago and say, man, if I'd have been started back then, what could I know now? What could I be doing now? So don't wait. If you're looking for somebody to help you, then look me up, or go to 98,000hours.com or blogforcommissions.com, and let us help you to prosper in the internet with a turnkey opportunity that I believe you will be satisfied with, and you'll be able to get the learning and teaching that you need, that you can take off and you can expand in the future. So once again, my name is Vincent St. Louis. Hope you have a prosperous day. We're fighting the evil of mediocrity together.